So, da bin ich wieder. Wir hüpfen auch gleich wieder rein. Uiuiuiui. Ja, ist ja gut jetzt. Oh, dieses Hin- und Hergeswitche, das macht einen ja wahnsinnig. Ach, die ist auch schon tot. Wo liegt die denn? Da. Wer ist denn jetzt dran? Ah, da ist der Autolit. Schön. Was ist das? Ab rein da. Lol. Ach, die Dinger verschwinden dann. Ich verstehe. Was läufst du? Operation. Habe ich da nicht noch einen? Das ist halt nur Kleinvieh. Ich wollte dich doch angreifen. Ja, gut. Eieieiei. Das ist eine Bonus-Action. Ah, was ist jetzt da?
Taking position.
In 3 Zügen kriege ich das Ding nicht down.
Execute.
Vielleicht, wenn ich die noch mit rüber kriege, aber es sind nur noch 3 Züge, das ist. Oder 2 Züge eigentlich eher nur. Boah, und das im Ehrenmodus. Einmal tot und tot. Klar, jetzt kommt die auch noch. Nur die Frage. Ist das ein Ziel? Ungültiges Ziel, nee. Nicht genügend Platz? Okay, come on. Ist da irgendwelche Schwächen? Resistenzen, nichts. Alter. Achso, nee, halt, du hast es bei dir drin. Schön. Ah.
Onward.
Come on. Ganz ehrlich. 2 Runden, das kriege ich. Das wird so eng. Das ist eine Baldrus Action, ne? Wo ist denn Karlach?
Got to keep fighting.
Kannst du nicht auferstehen oder so?
Take two.
No, da ist Ding. Das war dumm.
Take two.
Nicht dein Ernst, jetzt hat die ihr Schwert fallen lassen. Ah, herrlich. Ja, Schattenherz down. Ei. Okay. Aber das ist auch nicht kein neuer Boden mehr kommt. Wie soll man das schaffen? Warte. Halt eine extra Aktion. Ach, das Ziel muss ein Konstrukt sein. Nicht genügend Platz. Verarsch mich halt. Letzte Runde. Bullshit. Ja, komm. Es wird eh nichts mehr. Wenn es Laselle jetzt nicht schafft, war es das eh. Und die macht keine... Was sind 70 Damage? 62 Damage. Wo ist meine Bonusaktion? ...32 Damage. Das hätte ich früher machen sollen. Hätte ich einfach früher machen sollen mit dem Trank der Geschwindigkeit, dann hätten wir es vielleicht noch geschafft. Wie ich solche Zeitkämpfe hasse. Und hätte ich das mit verstanden, dass der Orpheus da innere Probleme hat, wäre es auch leichter gewesen, dass die Negation. Ich dachte, jetzt löscht einfach nur die Leute da drauf aus. Ach, zum Kotzen. Ja, komm, tadel ihn.
Little help, please.
Scheiße. So knapp. Und doch verkackt. Boah, und das im Ehrenmodus. Wenn du da verlierst an der Stelle, kriegst 32 Leben. Weil du den Trank zu spät eingesetzt hast. Und weil dir gerade eine Aktion nicht gegeben worden ist. Bitte. Und mir wurden meine Attacken geklaut. Und die... Ist schon übel. Ist schon übel. Das ist frech. Das hätten wir eigentlich machen müssen.
There it is. The crown.
We need to use that.
And so do.
Crown! Up ahead. Time to cast the spell again. Break its will.
Einer gleich ausgeschalten. Wunderbar. Frage ist, wenn ich hier rumlaufe, dann gehen die Tentakel nicht an, ne?
Very well.
Bye forever, pal.
Nehmen wir den, versuchen wir den rauszunehmen. Oder ich verstehe gerade bloß nicht, warum der uns angreift. Er scheint ja noch bei Sinnen zu sein.
Concentrate. On my way.
Da ist dann ein oder zwei Tentakel an, aber das macht nichts. Können die natürlich alle reindonnern. Ach, so funktioniert der. Dann gib mir halt nicht die Reichweite davon. Ganz ehrlich. Boah. Ein bisschen nervig.
At the ready.
Lassen wir mal. Du spurtest. Wir wollen dich so weit wie möglich vorne haben, Karlach.
Got to press on.
Hä? Warum darf ich das als Bonusaktion nicht machen? Weil sie schweigt, oder? Ja, die schweigt. Das ist natürlich blöd. Halt, kannst fliegen. Schade. So, jetzt muss ich dir nur noch eine Ablenkung dazwischen geben. Ja, leck mich.
I'll handle these ignorants. You go dominate the brain. Get to the ground and cast the spell.
So ein bisschen Ablenkung schaffen hier.
Where in the hells are you?
Need to find a way forward.
Some blood. In position.
Schön. Kannst du bitte nochmal? Schade. Du auch nochmal?
Stand up ceremony, Lady Keen. We need you.
Leg da mal kurz hin. Nimm bitte mal dein Schwert in die Hand. Und weg mit dem. Ich sagte weg mit dem. Ich sagte weg mit dem. Meine Güte, 3 Angriffe gebraucht. Dann fliegst du mal darüber. Und machst mal das Türchen auf. Machst mal das Türchen auf. Könnten mal alle. Ach, lass mich doch jetzt endlich in Ruhe.
This is it! Keep the enemy away until the brain is completely subdued!
Kommst du auch mal mit runter? Kriegst du einen Angriff auf die hin? Produziert Gegenangriff. Ah.
Covered.
I'm ready. Onward.
Hier Gefolge setzen wir mal damit hin. Ach, du kannst eh nichts mehr machen. Nicht genügend Bewegungsrate, verarsch mich doch. Ah. Macht jetzt bitte endlich mal das scheiß Tor auf, dass wir da langsam alle durch können. Dankeschön.
The brain is weakened.
Wissen wir.
Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
So, du trinkst jetzt erstmal einen Trank. Ja, 30 Damage ist schön. So. Wann kommt sie denn dran? Ach, erst in der nächsten Runde. Dieses Hin- und Her-Skippen, ey. Schön. Haben wir es jetzt? Was nimmt die alles weg? Da hinten fast alles. Wieder immer mehr runterkommen.
Now we can destroy its true self. One day I'll catch a break. Let's see what this does. This is it. Its will is weakening.
Er ist so krass. Das nimmt einfach mal die komplette Seite weg. Wieso bist du bitte nicht... Doppelte Bewegungsrate. Kommst du da rein?
Its will is weakening. The nether brain's ours.
Ich hätte dich halt tatsächlich gern unten. Junge. Das war schön. So, wo ist noch irgendwas?
Reclaim your home!
Jetzt darf ich sie nicht steuern. Warum darf ich sie jetzt nicht steuern? Egal.
It's time to destroy the nether brain and end the grand design.
No way, die liegt wirklich. Scheiße. Das wird nicht funktionieren, oder? Ach genau, machst du in die falsche Richtung. Hallo? Ich darf mein Feld... Ich darf die Kamera nicht mehr... Das Spielfeld nicht mehr bewegen. Hallo? Danke. Dass Laselle wirklich liegt, ey, das ist noch nie passiert. Ah. Juhu, wir sind jetzt mit der Hälfte der Gegner durch.
My faith will protect me.
Warum ich sie jetzt nicht steuern darf? Vorhin musste ich sie auf einmal steuern. Jetzt durfte ich es nicht. Warum? Ich hätte sie gern gesteuert, weil dann wäre sie nicht mit rübergegangen. Ja, mach mal hin hier. Ja, ihr macht Pui Pui Pui. Zweite Sphäre ist aufgetaucht. Auf 50 runter. Stand da nicht gerade 50? Sollte es jetzt eh gewesen sein. Endlich.
Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Join me.
Bring dich bitte selbst um.
Become absolute.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Nicht dein Ernst, es geht?
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unwilling methods. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain.
Und wir haben nur eine. Jetzt stellen wir vor, wir hätten alle.
Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
Was war denn das Weiße gerade im Hintergrund? Was ist da runtergefallen? Wie das aussieht, ist so gut. Ich würde da weggehen. Gut gemacht. Jetzt holt sie euch. Oder werden die jetzt wieder normal? Nee. Eieiei. Die freuen sich alle so, als ob die tagelang gekämpft haben, aber die haben nur ein paar Stunden gekämpft.
Everything
Wenn
you
überhaupt.
did, everything you sacrificed. It was worth it. For this.
Danke dir, Brücki. Der Kampf war kacke. Er war nicht so schwer wie Raphael. Aber ich mag solche Zeitkämpfe nicht. Ich mag das einfach nicht. Und sowas hast du dir hast du dir auf dem Ehrenmodus angetan? Bist du irre, Brücki? Bist du irre?
Should have learned to bloody swim. Can't believe I almost drowned at the last hurdle.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
I should feel relieved, yet my blood still simmers. I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means We can't turn into mind flayers. Not
Ja.
that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a mind flayer, of course.
Even when my time in the prison stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me.
Warum? Hier vertraue ich mehr als ein Imperator.
First, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the astral sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future.
Es gibt ein paar Tricks, wie man das Hirn easy besiegen kann. Okay. Ihr solltet gehen lassen, euer Volk braucht euch. Ihr habt hier einen neuen Sinn gefunden, also bleibt in Führung, schmiedet ein neues Schicksal. Das ist eure Entscheidung, das ist nicht meine.
Duty. All my life, I've traveled in its slipstream, not once questioning its path. In its service I came here, and now I will carry your hope, Prince Orpheus, and I will carry your burden. But to that burden I must add my own, the loss of those I leave behind.
Lach crushed Macvlek. So be it. Now, give me my freedom from this form.
Ihr seid ein Gedankenschinder, aber trotzdem noch immer ihr selbst, oder nicht? Was wären denn das für Tricks, Rüki?
Yes. But for how long? My mind screams. It will never stop until it has slipped away from me entirely. I will not be Gake. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise.
Ja, kannst ruhig schreiben, weil ich werde jetzt wahrscheinlich erstmal länger nicht mehr spielen. Weil es alles noch zu frisch ist dann. Er hat's verdient. Ja, da alles mit rein. Easy überzeugt. Der Hut ist zu mächtig. Der Hut ist zu mächtig.
Perhaps you are right. I may not be the one to lead my people, but I can still bear witness to their glory. I shall find a place for myself in a corner of these realms. For even in darkness, the stars of Tunarath will shine upon me. You were a worthy ally.
Baldrus Gate 4. Töte Orpheus. Er hat sich in ein Netherhirn verwandelt.
People are lucky to have such a noble prince. I hope he manages to adjust to his new way of life.
Auch wenn Baldrus Gate 4 wahrscheinlich nicht von The Rand Studios kommt.
I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlargit,
Ja, aber das
Liberator.
ist ja trotzdem zeitbasiert. Du musst ja trotzdem das Tor aufmachen. Bring mich nicht zum Weinen mit BG4 ohne The Rand Studios. Ah. Man nimmt das, was man kriegt. Also man hat hier ein schönes Spiel, also ein wirklich wunderschönes Spiel. Und man kann es öfters durchspielen. Und es gibt noch so viel zu entdecken, glaube ich.
To the skies!
Für dich jetzt vielleicht nicht, weil du schon 38 Drölfstel Mal durchgespielt hast. Aber ich glaube, selbst du hast noch Sachen, die was du noch nicht gesehen hast. Und trotzdem musst du mit dem Feuerwerkding doch auch zu dem Hirn kommen. Und das ist ja auch wieder...
The Githyanki are leaving us. An unlikely place to find ourselves, fighting on the same side as
Muss ja
them.
trotzdem erstmal hin das Portal öffnen,
With the Githyanki
dann da reinkommen.
gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt.
Das Zeug dann droppen, dann wieder weghüpfen,
But it
dann...
seems
Also es
that
kostet ja auch...
Teil's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha. If I salvage the stones, I could retrieve it. Perhaps even wield it. With the crown in my hands, I would be unstoppable. I would be more than the greatest wizard who ever lived. I would be a god.
Ist das ganz sicher, was ihr wollt, Gale? Die Macht ist nicht Versterbliche. Könnt ihr ein Gott werden und mit Mystra zusammen sein?
Why should I? Mistra has dictated the terms of my potential for long enough. The crown would grant me control of my own destiny at last. Think of all I could achieve. All that I could grant to those whose ambitions are restrained by Mistra's yoke. I could raise a new Netheril. Right here in Faerun.
Ja, hinkommen reicht, wenn du dich mit einem unsichtbar machst und erst einmal durch die Gebäude schleichst, bis zu dem Eingang auf das Hirn. Von da aus alle Mann voraus, so schnell wie möglich das Portal läuft und sollte aber hauptsächlich mit großen Sprüngen und Unsichtbarkeitsränken funktionieren. Oh, ist das echt so mies, einfach überall durchschleichen. Okay.
I thought you were wise enough to recognize that I am not the man I once was. It seems that we've come to an impasse. I stand on the threshold of divine ascension. It's not your fault. I can hardly expect you to understand. But nor will I relinquish this chance because you're unwilling
Nein,
to
ich will
imagine
bloß
a
nicht, dass du
world
schon
where
wieder
I
stirbst,
succeed.
Gale.
Ah, I will never forget you. That much I promise. And if one day you feel differently, I will be honored to have you as my chosen.
Farewell, Gale. I hope he still remembers us little people once he's secured godhood. Though he may have to contend with Mistra before that's a foregone conclusion. As for us, well, the future awaits.
So, what's next? Something fun, I hope. You're joking. After everything we've been through, you expect me to do manual labor?
Whatever the next step, the path will still be there come morn. There is no harm in taking a moment to honor the fallen. Then, quite honestly, to sleep.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you.
Balach.
Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do? Careful! Hot!
Kann man die jetzt nicht zurück in die Hölle schicken einfach? Dass er überlebt?
It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? Same below as above. I love you. You more than anything. I saw. Oh God! Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die.
Ja, auf keinen
Not
Fall.
like this. Not now.
You can't.
Oh, wir sind gerade in die Werbung gegangen. Gerade haben wir nämlich, kann ich nicht beim Stand zwischen. Wohl, ich gehe mit ihr, ich soll das tun. Karlach, dann schauen sie, sie ist bereit zu sterben. Nee.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with people who love you. Azariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlak.
Soll sie an uns vorbeikommen.
All right. All right. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
Thank the gods you've seen sense. Come, to Avernus we go. Our next adventure awaits.
Baldrus Gate braucht mich nicht mehr.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldrus Gate.
Well, soldier. Here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods. Like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you lot.
Geiler Soundtrack im Hintergrund, finde ich gut.
Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Sehr geiler Soundtrack. Es ist so gut.
invitation came, you were hip deep in Lemur's slime, swarmed by hell wasps, and about to drive the killing blow on a magma claw. Cutting through the dreadful buzz of the wasps and the screams of the damned, a familiar, comforting voice echoed in your mind. Withers, you requested your attendance in Faerun to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your
Damit dafür
side.
eine hässliche Rüstung an. Was mit ihr?
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
There you are. Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Dann wird's nicht, ich habe Tage gezählt, ich hatte ehrlich gesagt Bedenken, dass es zu bittersüß wird. Im Schattenherz, nicht wahr? Ich bin aber schlafen, die viel Spaß noch beim Epilog, der ist echt wunderbar. Gute Nacht. Danke, die Brücki. Und dir eine gute Nacht.
In all likelihood, it will be. But we mustn't let that stop us. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it? I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Truly. Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
Und das erzählt mir mehr, wo seid ihr gewesen, was habt ihr gesehen? Ich dachte, ihr würdet euch nach etwas Ruhe und Frieden sehen.
One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all... Oh, I know they are. I can still sense them, I think. And one day we'll be... Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to...
Dass du noch lebst, ist ein Wunder, weil du nichts triffst.
Their lady is a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poison blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans. None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains... I have hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shah entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. Must I? I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. I'm glad you two have each other. Hells, I'd be almost tempted to come along if you'd have me. Perhaps if your adventures ever lead you out of Avernus permanently. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together.
Das ist schon
Now
schön,
we've
ja.
got to make the extra effort ourselves. I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Don't... I've missed wine. Had to resort to making my own cider recently, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. You might be onto something there, though the name might need work. Somehow it's, well...
Musst du pieksen mit den Teilen da?
You know, I never really imagined Withers as much of a party thrower. But then again, I suppose our camps weren't taking care of themselves while we were out gallivanting, were they? There's hidden depths in that lovable husk. Don't...
What's up for discussion?
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw. So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to snuggle. I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you. You know best, but a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
Okay, ich kann es nicht werfen. Oh Gott, hier muss ich ja ewig und 3 Tage reden. Geisterstimme, reden wir mal mit Gale.
Now there's a face I know well indeed.
Well met. I am a magical projection of Gale of Waterdeep. And if you see this manifestation, that means I have prematurely perished. Alas, on this occasion I appear to have been erased from this plane in both soul and substance. So the usual protocol for revivification cannot be followed. I am, however, available for the duration of this spell to assist with the tying of any loose ends related to my recent departure from mortality. A sequence of elegantly designed fail-safes to be executed in order to reverse the occurrence of my unexpected but impermanent demise. As I am unable to detect any trace of my existence in reach of mortal magic, however, such a However, on behalf of my creator, I wish to make abundantly clear that my death was an unfortunate accident, and in no way related to any attempted usurpation of the reigning divinities of the day. Retrieving the crown from the muddy floor of the Chionthar was I recall standing on the riverside, the icy chill. Nothing. Gale of Waterdeep was gone. And so was I. Until I have been entrusted with the delivery of a letter to be given to one who cared most. I hope these words do something to ease the tragedy of my
Hey.
With that, I'm afraid my spell is waning. Is there anything else you need of me before I blink out of existence? To think I believed godhood was worth losing all this.
Ich schreibe diesen Brief in der innigen Hoffnung, dass er niemals zugestellt werden muss. Wenn ihr ihn lest, dann war meine Hoffnung vergebens. Ich habe versagt. Vielleicht ist es Arbeit von mir, ihn zu schreiben. Immerhin war ich derjenige, der euch verlassen hat, der das sterbliche Glück und sterbliche Freundschaft für irgendeine eingebildete Göttlichkeit aufgegeben hat. Doch hier am Ufer des Chintoa ist der Gedanke an unser Band, der meine innere Unruhe besänftigt. Ehe wir uns trafen, hatte ich vergessen, was für eine Freude es ist, mit dem Leben mit jemandem zu teilen. Mit 2 Beinen, versteht sich. Eure Gesellschaft hat alles verändert und dafür will ich euch danken. Ich wünsche nur, ich hätte eure Dankbarkeit häufiger gezeigt. Leider müssen nun bescheidene Mittel wie Tinte und Papier reichen. Ein Teil von mir staunt, dass ich es überhaupt tue, wo die Sterblichkeit mir doch schon so üppiges Glück geschenkt hat. Aber ich kann diesen Impuls ebenso wenig widerstehen, wie dem Vergnügen eurer Gesellschaft. Ich kann nur hoffen, dass ihr mir vergebt, wenn ich das sage. Hätte ich einen letzten Wunsch für euch frei, so wünsche ich mir ein gutes Leben. Und dass ihr nicht den gleichen Fehler macht wie ich, euer Freund, Teil. Ja.
The Hell's Walker returns. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strange word,
Was bist du? Bist du tot? Bist du Geist oder bist du eine Projektion?
seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. A bit. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
Wo seid ihr jetzt, dass ihr nicht herkommt? Sollte ich es kennen?
Expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. I am a warrior of the Comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash. My people will... But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable. I admit, I've longed for his guiding wisdom more than once. But I have not heard tell of him. Nor has my Gith's son has been lost to the shadows. Perhaps one day, when the Lich Queen is soon, when the comet has risen. I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith. Now go. Ming. I'll be back one day. The over...
Das war schön. Wer ist das?
The gang really is all here. I I wasn't sold at first. But the forest is rather good for a get-together. You could scream.
Ah, breathe deep, Boo. The smell of hero. To meet again where your journey began, my friend.
Arbeiten wir den mal ab.
And for happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
See how your very presence snatches the... It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend. Well, we gave...
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down.
The guild should not go creeping in high place. It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing aexum.
Zählt immer noch zur Gilde nach?
So I have. Though it is a piece made more from blade and boot than it is. 9 fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How...
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they leave.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend. I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. Oh, Boo, do you know what it would mean? Exactly! Her heart would be cured. Oh, when this day comes, fear not. We sleep in that sewer no longer. It is a different sewer, much less damp beneath the bedroll. Now,
Oh Gott.
Halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends. So you ought to know the Will Ravengard, the blade of frontiers, devil horde, Lae'zel of Crest Killer, true child of Gith, and true friend, Lord Astarion, as murderous a monster as any I've known. But you are Shadowheart, 2 gods dogged at her, and there, the champion of the Hells herself. Come, once the guild is made of goodness once more, Bulls, and finally, Jahira. Study them well, sneak thief, for the best among them will be a guide who never arrived to a party without even a gift for...
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends.
It smells so good here!
Oh, but I wish he were here.
Oh, I can eat.
Well, look who it is.
Geile Jacke.
So, how are you enjoying the Hells, my dear? I assume they're darling as ever. Oh, bless you. But no. I am living a life better than most can dream of. I'm not trading these silks for, scorched rags. Cazador's mansion has become my palace, and played host to every kind of banquet and soiree and masquerade imaginable. And of course, has seen its fair share of hedonism, clandestine deals, and the occasional disappearance. Whatever it takes to build up my influence, I'm spinning my web. Power grows slowly, but I have nothing but time now. Oh, I wouldn't say ruler. Any old fool can sit on the throne. I would be more of a
Spieler. Oh
puppet
yeah.
master. For all my freedom to walk in the sun, it's still much more fun to pull the strings of power from the shadow. But the important thing is I am doing wonderfully. Finally having a... And who knows what's next? There's an entire world out there, ready for the taking. Perhaps the next time we meet, we'll have... I did miss you, you know. There is a sense we did share a wonderful adventure, you and I. A pity to see it end, but we have great new lives stretching out before us. I will never forget the time we spent together, though. Until next time.
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Oh, forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic... Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you wonder. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. I suppose I am. I tried to steer them clear of my life's work, but there is still much to do. People to house. I may have little love for all your travels. I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you. Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection.
Es ist schon schön.
I can think of
Das ist ein
better
schöner
ways
Abschluss
to
gerade.
sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went. Ha! Oh, man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in... Then again, maybe we won't sleep at all. Me too, my love. See you soon. She's got a night in her, I think. Any trouble and I'll toddle back off to hell quick as you please. Come here, you goon.
Karlach ist schon eine coole Sache.
Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found. Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may remember my old friend Flo. Not sure. We might get to come.
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Wer fehlt denn hier denn noch? Nur noch
My dear our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost. Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with... You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
Warum nicht?
It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just cite... Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to.
So, dann fehlt jetzt eigentlich nur noch Will. Nachdem die Annabelle nicht da ist.
My friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Ja.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets.
Forest trees draped in moss. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, the three of us have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? If those blueprints work, we might be able to fix Karlach, and she might be able to go home to Faerun.
Oh, das ist schön.
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the flaming fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bet. May they all take it to heart.
Ey, so schön.
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself. Well, or wasting any of the wine for that matter.
For a get-together. You could scream bloody murder out here and no one would...
Haben wir? Wer fehlt denn jetzt noch?
He's going to kill me. Not the big mad bastard. They can't all be winners.
I could eat a beholder. What's
Wer bist du denn?
I'm glad the roads were kind. I'd hate to have missed this.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. You were a bard, were you? Back before you became so... tentacular. Withers couldn't even find a bard who knows who I am. I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
Was habt ihr auf der Fugenebene gemacht?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick.
Das ist einer aus Baldrus
Before
2
I
oder
was
1?
banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None. I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Ja, komm, täuschen wir ihn.
Finally! The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for? Your wish is my... etc. What song do you want? Fantastic.
It's often warmer down south than it is in water.
Dann reden wir mit ihm. Der ist
This
der Letzte.
one night is like any other. Thou art the savior of Baldrus Gate. Until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel? I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's... Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least what indeed. Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over.
Ihr seid tot.
For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Auf Baldur's Tor.
To you.
Jetzt haben wir es geschafft. Wir sind durch. Dass wir jetzt nochmal 5 Stunden gebraucht haben. Es ist so ein gutes Spiel. Also zu Recht Game of the Year, Game of the Next Year, Game of the Next Year. Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich sagen soll. Der Soundtrack ist einfach gerade bombastisch. Ich will eigentlich gar nicht so viel reden. Oh, man kann durchscrollen. Alles gute Leute.
3. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Okay, verstehe ich nicht, aber okay. Okay. Damit ist das Tor zu Baldrus Gate geschlossen. Das war eine schöne Reise. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Und damit sage ich für heute gute Nacht.